Alright guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel here, and then today I'm going to show you the magnavox DVD player versus my DVD VCR combo player from the same brand. So, what I find very interesting about these brands and models is Funai makes these brands. You can tell the drives, they're very identical, and I'm going to show you, I'm going to take it apart and then show you how it works, show you all their drives and such. And basically, if you don't know anything about Magnavox and Funai, they all, Funai is the manufacturer, makes them. Magnavox, its brand, it's made by Funai. So, if you don't know anything about these DVD players and DVD versus VHS combo players, it gets complicated at first when it becomes to knowing all the internals and such. So, basically, I'm gonna take these two apart, and then I'm going to show you how both of these drives work. Basically, they work the same, but except I'm going to show you. So now I'm going to go ahead and take these two screws out. The power is on, so I have to make sure the power is off and then unplug it for safety, because you don't want the high voltage to be exposed while you work on it. So I'm going to take these two screws out, and then I'm going to take these four screws out on the combo player, and I'm going to show you. The drives are very identical, and they do have a very similar sequence. And then I'm going to show you, okay? I'm going to get the screw out, if I can try my best. Let me go ahead and pause the video real quick until I find the right tools for it. Because, yep, there's a tool for it. There's my screwdriver kit. So let me go ahead and take the screws out. Again, if you attempt to do so, just want to let you know these products employs a laser, so you don't have to look at the red spot for an extended period of time to help prevent eye damage. So we are a certified technician, and I can fix pretty much any optical drives, and I know where to look and then where not to look. It's because of the radiation, the laser, because if you don't know how these work, it uses a laser to read the information to the disc. Alright, so I'm going to take these two screws out. Yep, so if you attempt to do this, just be very careful, because according to this little icon, according to a little hazard icon, that's the high voltage system, so you don't want it to messing around with the power on. So I'm gonna. So anyways, once you take the screws out, apparently the hard part is to get this open. So I have worked on several of this one. I think if you have watched one of my other videos, they kind of look very identical. So I'm gonna take this cover off, and but here's the trick. These things are hard to get the cover off, so you just have to pry it. Just be very careful, because these things are made of plastic, and after that the cover comes right off. And I do have a disc inside. If you don't know what kind of disc it is, it's Harry Potter. I want to know what year is it. It's a 2007 movie, so it's very old. So, but I know it's copyrighted, by the way. So I'm not gonna let it. I'm not gonna hook it up into my big screen just to show you the picture and all that is because it is copyrighted, by the way, and I don't want to get myself in trouble for, you know, I'm just saying, just wanted to, just, you know, just a kind of a disclaimer, but, alright, I'll take these screws out on the combo player, and then I'm going to show you the difference. I mean, the drives on these are the same, and look at that. I'm going to show you. Alright, so now we got this opened up, and then look at this. Basically, these have very identical DVD drives. So, you know, but except, I'm going to show you the difference between those. These drives are the same, and they are interchangeable. So in case, if the disc is not reading, you know, if any of you are unsure, like if the laser is faulty, you know, you just have to take the laser out and then just put it in to, you know, to one of the working ones. So it's very cool because Funai makes those drives, you know, they're very identical and they're very interchangeable. So I'm gonna show you. So now here is the thing. When you replace those drives, you don't have to replace the controller. This is the controller right there that sends a power and it sends a signal onto your controller and then onto your power supply, which hooks up to all the audio and video cables into your big screen. And that's how your movie is played. So anyways, when you replace those drives, you don't have to to replace the controller. You just have to keep the controller unless if it's necessary. So in case, you know, I have watched one of my other videos on YouTube, you know, I think it's Mr. Miniscope, you know, and then he replaced the DVD drive on his Toshiba VCR DVD combo. The model number for is dv220mw8. So guys, when you replace your DVD drive, you don't have to change the controller. You just have to take the two screws out, or otherwise it's not gonna work. All right. So, but you know, when you replace your drive, just don't ever, you know, take the controller. You just have to keep your controller in case if your drive is not sending a signal, you know, chances are it's probably the controller or probably, you know, and they're all interchangeable. So anyways, I'm going to show you show you this in action. So before that, I'm going to plug this in, and then before we plug this in, I will warn you guys that these things employs a laser, like a classroom laser device. So if you attempt to do this at your own, make sure you be aware of your laser radiation. You know, it's because if you don't know how these work, you know, basically it has a laser that sends magnetic waves to read the information onto the disc. So let me go ahead and then plug both of these common players in, and then I'm going to show you how it works in action. So let's go ahead and then put this aside. The power is on, so I have to be very careful so we don't short something out. let's see, put it up top on the VCR player. So anyways, let's go ahead and then turn on the power, and I'm going to show you how it works. So basically, so when you turn it on, this is when it's going to happen. Once you turn on the power, the motor, which is right there, which moves the laser back and forth, will move very slightly. It's like making sure so the laser is parked, and then once after the laser is set to the resting position, the laser will turn on, and then since it looks for a disc, and then once the disc has been found, it will spin up. I mean, the laser will turn on, and then it's going to spin up the disc, and then it's going to read what information is on it. So like when it's like a DVD, for example, it will let you know when there's a disc inside. So anyways, I'm going to turn on the power, and you guys ready for this? Here we go. 3, 2, 1. You see what happened? Get this focused. This one ramps up faster than this one. Okay, it's because because those drives are very identical. All right, and there we go. So it's playing. You can see the laser reading the disc, and then you can tell they're very identical. Those drives. Let's ring the disc. It spins it. That thing spins very fast, doesn't it? Pretty cool, huh? But this sound very much the same. If you guys can't hear in the background, it's because the air is on. You can't pretty much hear it well. So anyways, I'm gonna stop the movie. Alright, and then I hit stop, but if you notice, the discs are still spinning. It's because it's in whatever you call that, resume stop. So anyways, if you wanted to stop it completely, you just hit the button again. This one stops quickly than this one. It's because if you don't know, I'm gonna show you why. So let me hit play on this. Listen. And then I'm gonna hit stop and stop again. Listen. You can hear it. This thing stops quicker than this one. So on this one, I'm gonna hit play. Listen. Hit stop, and then stop again, and then but on this one, once you hit stop, the laser will park, and then after that, the motor kicks in the brakes very slowly. So, hear that? This one stops more quicker than this one. It's because the way the way that it works is it pretty much cuts off the motor just to make sure so you don't put too much stress on the motor when you stop it, the disc from spinning. So like if you hit play and then eject, it doesn't stop. I mean, the drawer doesn't open until the disc stops spinning, you know. Alright? Pretty cool, huh? It's on the commercial, so I'm gonna it won't let you stop it when you are in this part, so I have to alright. Pretty cool, huh? That thing's... I love that sound, man. Oh. Yep. I'm gonna turn this back on. Oops. There we go. Pretty cool, huh? I love it.
How about you?
Yep. You see, those drives are very identical, huh? But on this one, sometimes it struggles to read a disc, like you can hear it. You know, but I know on this one sometimes it struggles to read a disc, you know. I don't know why it does that sometimes, but sometimes it struggles to read the what the contents are on the disc or not. Like sometimes, like it's thinking like if the disc is playable, which it is, but sometimes it struggles to read it. So the fix is to restart it just by turning off and turning back on again, and that should restart it, and that should fix it. Pretty cool, huh, guys? And that fixes it once you you know. Pretty cool, guys. Yep. It makes a nice sound when it loads. It's very interesting to learn how these work. Pretty cool, huh? You can see the disc spinning from here too. As you open up this little flap, you know it's better to keep it closed. This makes it more dust-proof. Oops. This one sometimes it's. There we go. Pretty neat, huh? Pretty cool, huh, guys? Oh. Hear it struggling. Sometimes it has trouble reading the disc. I'm talking about this white one. It stops. And you get the disc error on the screen as to let you know that I couldn't read it. So but this one read it all the time, but sometimes on this one right there it can't keep up. Sometimes you just have to restart it to fix it. I'm just saying. I don't know why it does that, but I checked the I checked both up the laser pickups on both of these units, and I clean it really good, but sometimes it couldn't keep up with the read errors and such. But turn this back on. Let's see if this white one can read it. Let's see if it reads it. Yep. Sometimes it takes some time to read a disc, and sometimes it can't keep up. But it's not a big deal. Sometimes you just have to restart it to fix it. All right, guys. It won't let you stop it right now. It's because it's on the trailers and such. You can tell. Watch the play light go out. There we go. Now it's stopped. Pretty cool, guys. Yep. When you replacing those drives, you don't have to take the controller out. You just have to keep it. All right. Otherwise, it will have problems, you know, once you swap the controllers out. You know. Look.
Oh, here.
Identical.
Here.
See it?
Making a good video, huh?
Making a good video comparison between the two.
Okay.
Look.
Hey, tomorrow we'll get that air fryer out of my trunk, okay?
Yeah.
You can work on that.
You see that?
Show a video to Mr. William Sims.
Did you see that, drives?
Yeah.
They're the same. Pretty cool, huh? Yep. Alright. Well, what would you guys think? Pretty cool, huh? Alright, I'm gonna put the top back in, and then hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and yeah, I'm gonna unplug both of these units. safety reasons, don't want to electrocute myself when you know, messing around with all that thing, because you know, right? I'm just saying. Alright, let's go ahead and put the cover back in and get it reset up. Alright, there's one screw in. Excuse me. Alright, now go ahead and put the top on this one back in. It's kind of, there we go. And put the screws back in. Alright, there's one with my electric screwdriver. And, oh, there we go. There we go. Oops, there we go. And just have to take your time so you don't over tighten the screws, strip them out and cause damage, which you don't. Just make sure you don't want to over tighten the screws. I mean, take your time so you don't over tighten it. But if you do over tighten it, just don't tighten it. I'm just saying. Alright guys, you know, I have a lot of experience when it comes to working on these things. It gets, you know, it's because, you know, those technologies are starting to get old, you know, and it will be very interesting to learn how these DVD disc drives, optical drive, and all that, everything, you know. Oops, there we go. You know, when you hear that sound, that means that that means it's nice and tight. Alright. Alright, y'all. Let me go ahead and get this reset up, and I will wrap this video up. So, hopefully you guys enjoyed this. So let's give it a final test before we end this video. So let me go ahead and put my stuff back in, starting off with this. You know, I think one of the people said it's hardly a good idea to make sure so the wires won't get in my way when you know, I'm just saying. And here's my Sharp VCR. If you haven't watched my high-speed rewind videos on this one, but it's not working anymore, but we'll try to get it fixed someday. And I don't know what the ideal use is for, but I think it's for hooking up more than one AV, something like that. Alright, let me go ahead and reconnect the power, plug these units back in, give it a final test before we end this video, making sure that it works. So let me go ahead and open up the little flap so you can see it spinning, and oh, there we go, and hit the power button. It's kind of hard to do while you're filming like this, but I'm just wanting to show you that one, and that one all spinning up. Alright, that one's ringing the disc, and then that one's ringing the disc, and both of them are playing. So alright guys, if you have enjoyed this this, whatever you call it, look inside video of these, both on the Magnavox DVD VCR combo player versus this little Magnavox combo player. I don't think I should probably, I don't think we should be tapping on it while the disc is spinning, cause if you do, the laser would be out of focus, you know. But just wanted to let you guys know. So alright y'all, hopefully enjoyed this video. Once again, as always, like, share, and subscribe. Thanks a lot. Oops. Thanks for watching.